Been a little bit. It's only been a few hours. Um, let's hop into the messages. The song that came out was Beyonce "Resentment." Somebody could actually be a Virgo, or there's a female that's like comparing themselves with other people, or is like in this comparison, or there's someone could be transgender, someone could be, feminine or something like that. It's a feminine energy. So it could be a woman or somebody just in their feminine energy, and it's just like they're full of resentment, thinking negatively, comparing themselves, or it's like someone got them in a situation where it got them compared, like somebody is like, I feel like somebody is beating down somebody to make them feel so insecure. Somebody could have an like be brunette, brown, burgundy, or some sort of blonde type of color in their hair. Somebody has gotten like, it's like, I feel like someone just does it effortlessly because it's like they can, but it's just like, it's due to the simple fact it's just like somebody is literally just sitting there and it's like, you know how like you can compare and contrast the situation to someone um well, this person wouldn't take this type of stuff. And it's like where you really have to sit there and say, like, is this person really for my growth? Is this really useful for me? Is this really helping me? Like, someone is obsessively, overly, like, negatively thinking about drama. Like, someone's starting drama. Someone could be in denial about the drama someone's starting. Like, someone is not able to, like, grow, like, a full beard. It's not for somebody, it's a man. Like, this person is in complete denial about something. Somebody has like a name that is like generational name, like King Henry the 12th, or something like that. Someone has a name like that. Someone could be like a junior, a fourth, a second, the third, or something like that. In my situation, I know this is like that, my ex-spouse or whatever, because it was just like today was just like, I don't know, it was just like I was so happy when I got that message from her. Like, she was like, I know it was pretty odd to try to like reach out to you. I was like, by far it's not. And when she went on ahead to ask me about like how to reach me so we could do this, because I'm like, I made it very clear to her, like, there is no issue. I'm just ready to sign. I'm not ready, here to argue with this person. No, nothing like that. However, I had to go back and send the message to her and let her know, like, because first of all, when she was talking to me, she was like, is the number to contact you? Because she's like, I have been contacting and I wasn't getting anything. They had gave this woman intentionally a number that I had like 2 or 3 years ago, knowing for sure that him, his mom, and everybody all involved been had my number, like my newest numbers from here in Puerto Rico, and then it's here on my YouTube. So then, like, I feel like somebody is about to bite their self in the butt about this. This is also in another situation. Someone realized like they went along with something about enterprise. Somebody could be trying to rent a car or something like that. Or somebody could be working with enterprise, a conglomerate or some sort. I said some sort. Soot. So somebody could be locked up or about to be locked up. Somebody black can end up getting locked up, black, African, or African. Somebody could be dark skinned. They don't have to be, black, but they could just be a dark complexion or a brown complexion, brown skin individual. They can end up getting locked up for something. Also, somebody's going to realize that a situation where they messed up, because it's like, because I feel like it's all correlated and coinciding in the situation, and someone took the benefit, like, to work off of this situation. In my situation, like, you can only go off of, like, most of the stuff is based off an experience. Life will teach you. And like when the attorney was like, this is the number, I was like, that was from 3 years ago. And then it was like something else she was saying that it like pretty much just allowed me to know, like, hey, this is something way bigger than what it is. So we're going to clear up, I wanted to be clear, and I made sure that I put it in writing for sure, because with it being put in writing, regardless if you send someone a text message, an email, even if you just take a piece of paper and you write it down on a piece of paper and you give it to a person, I don't even care if you personally, you write it down on a piece of paper and you give it to a person, you take a picture of yourself writing it and you give it to a person, that's a legal binding contract. Like, some people just don't be knowing that stuff. And it was just like, I had to make it clear to her. I was like, make sure when you go ahead and get ready to do this stuff, because I was like, I'm still signing regardless, because I need my freedom from this person. Because when you are in legally binding contracts, right, in like divorces and stuff like that, that actually, like, say you moved on with your life, you could be legally, you like separated from the person, you don't even talk to the person, you don't sleep with them, you don't deal with them, you don't have anything to do with them, right? And then you just be the person like, I just want to, look into tarot or whatever, right? You're really thinking you're looking into the new person or the people that you recently were dealing with, and unbeknownst to you, you're still getting the energy off the person who you're still in that legal contract with. Until you get that final dissolution of a divorce paperwork, that person's energy is going to be so prominent in whatever it is that you got going on, that it will be so confusing to a point where you're going to be sitting there like, I knew such and such was doing this to me. I knew, and it's like, you're going to really just think that this person, even though that some people could, like, if when you know how to decipher the energy, you will literally know who is who. Like, some people be like, I don't know who's who, but more or less or not, when you do not have a final dissolution of paperwork, that person's energy is going to be very prominent. Like, you'll be thinking, like, I know first people like, well, she's possibly into Gemini, she's possibly a Scorpio, she's probably a Capricorn, right? And they're probably sitting there like, this bitch did this and this. Mind you, I'm sitting at home, there's cameras surrounding me, I'm like, I'm not doing shit, right? But the biggest part of it is, the prominent energy is the person who's on legal contract. Now, for men, say that he's going, still got a legal binding with someone, right? Marriage, right? And then he gets put on child support, right? All those energies of the person who they're still legally married to, and then say that somebody put them on child support, their energy is going to be real prominent, right? So if that person is not versed in when that person's birthday is, they don't know their sun, moon, or rising sign, they don't know the energy. They don't know, like, say, that's why it's very important. Like, you meet somebody and be like, oh, let me, like, some people will be like, why are you so, concerned about celebrating? Motherfucker, I need to know who's around me, motherfucker, regardless if it is. Like, you don't know who the mother's energy is. You don't know the sister's energy, uncles. You don't know the like the people they bring you around type of energy. And when you don't know that, you'll be sitting there getting a reading, and you're going to be thinking, like, because you're thinking about the person who you getting a reading on. But unbeknownst to you, like, some readers are not versed to know what the energy is. That all they're saying, I'm picking up the energy, I'm picking up the energy. And it's not about picking up the energy. You have to ask particular questions before you go ahead and start the reading. Are you legally married? Are you in any contracts? Are you on child support or anything? The people, shit, even if you on probation, if they got locked up, those are legal binding contracts, right? So on legal binding contracts, the energy is going to be very, very prominent. Like, say I'm doing a reading right now. Right now, I could pick up my ex-husband. I could pick up on my family. I could pick up on anybody that went to a courthouse and wrote their name. Like, because once you write anything in black and white, once you type a text message or a phone call, that is a legal binding contract energetically. Systematically, if you working with orishas or mythology type of Wiccan, pagan, spiritual type of things, you are now making a legal binding contract with the energy. So when you're making legal binding contracts, for me, I'm gonna pick up on a judge. I'm gonna pick up on the lawyers. Why? It's a legal binding contract. Now, whoever are the prominent energy of whatever type of energy you in, whether you're in dark energy, light energy, if you're neutral in the situation, if you're still undecisive in the situation, you should be able to pick it up. More often than not, Some people be like, yeah, I can tell it's a mom, but whose mom? Is it a maternal mom? Is it paternal mom? Is it, maternal, paternal? Is it adoptive? Is this, people have been kidnapped. I have been, kidnapped before. So when you don't know those energies, you're not going to know exactly what you're dealing with, right? Also, like in trafficking and stuff like that, when you don't know that you're being trafficked, or you don't ever know that you've been a product of that. Also, how you were brought up, how you grew up, type of things. And this is my twin, and and it's like, not necessarily, because you still got legal bindings to this other person. Once you start having children with other people and you don't know their energy, you're thinking you picking up on the person who you sleeping with right now, and you picking up on 2-3 baby daddies ago, or you picking up on 2-3-4 John Does ago, because they signed your lease. They are the people paying on your credit cards. So you're picking up, like, you sitting here thinking like, damn. For me, in this situation, Patrick is a Sagittarius, Sheila's a Scorpio, Carla's a Leo, Kiara's a Sagittarius, Tiara is a Capricorn. Who else we have? Carmelita, a Sagittarius. So with me knowing those, Veronica is a Cancer. James is a Virgo. His mom's Aquarius. His sister is a Pisces. His brother is a Libra. My children, my son that passed away, a Cancer. My 2 boys, Leos. My daughters, Libras. So when you don't know all of those factors in that situation, the last person, okay, they was all Leos. That one was an Aquarius. That one was the Aries. Like, you have to know the people who are around you. But however, the main forerunning energy at that time that is more important, Spirit is going to push that more forward. So in that situation, the law-abiding situation, especially when it's something to do with life or death, right? When you're dealing with life or death situations, those energies is going to run real prominent. Now, not only is it going to be real prominent, the question is, are you married to them? Are you in connection with them? Is there lawsuits being ran on you? Is there court cases open on you? If you don't know those things, sometimes you don't even have to know that. Or if your intuition is telling you something's off, somebody's doing something, and that energy comes up and they be like, hey, such and such is locked up, and where you be like, oh, I was locked up before. No, motherfucker, somebody is looking to get you locked up. It's certain things that come into that factor. Then it'll be certain people that will come in and be like, oh, such and such trying to start drama. They're in denial. They're overly thinking about you. And it's them thinking about you. So you're thinking of another person, like the person on your mind that you intended to get this reading on. I'm giving you this person and their date of birth. Unbeknownst to you, that person's date of birth, regardless if you viewing a birth chart, because more often than not, a lot of people, especially if they're American born, they're looking at tropical charts. More often, it's a little bit difficult to read Vedic than it is tropical. So they're going off of tropical. And when you're going off of tropical, they're going to be sitting here, well, what's their leading sign? What's their sun, moon, rising, Venus, and stuff like that. Your Venus is how you love. Oh, let me get is on January such and such, and it's on this year, and she was born on this time. However, that's a false birth certificate. So you're going off a fake birthday anyway. That will require for me to go ahead and honor it. And the fact of the matter is, it's a fake birthday. That's strike one. Strike two is all the information that you're looking to utilize in that situation. First question is, are you doing something that you're not supposed to? Are you being like, the energy you're carrying is going to allow you to know more or less. Somebody right now, like for me, I could tell the forefront in this situation where they were able to dig into what they had to do. The ex-husband is still in the energy. I left that man in 2019. I didn't ever have plans to go back to see that man, nor be with him, talk to him. I don't care about this man's existence, right? However, him stopping the divorce and then now repraying it again, now I'm going to be able to pick up on everything, because now my name is on a dissolution. It's on as a complainant, or, whoever the filer is or whatever. When your name hits legal documentations, you're now picking up on those people who are looking into you. Also, black web. A lot of people, let me put you on the black web. When the black web goes in hand in hand, black web was basically equivalent to astrology. You're welcome. But you got to know the formulations of the dark psychology of how that actually works. And I'm not going to get into that because some people like to get bright ideas and like, what does that mean? Let me Google it. You're not going to find it on Google. That is one source of information you're not going to find on Google. And you're definitely not going to be able to pull it up on the black web. You're not going to pull it up on the black web. I can guarantee you that. More often than not, you will have to literally, more often than not, there's regular people right now that they could be into some dark stuff and they could be into the streets or whatever the case may be. Let me put it this way. Depending on the lifestyle you live and what you do and how you do it, and they already fully aware and well-versed in people doing, you know, tarot, bruja, and stuff like that, they're versed in that. But the knowledge that I know, you're not finding that on the black web. You're definitely not going to find it on Google. But I know what countries and places and who you could get it from. But however, it's like, shit, apparently going to sit with these type of people, shit, they got security guard like Beyonce and Jay-Z. So getting that type of knowledge, and you really have to be well-versed in esoteric or occult knowledge in order to even get that type of information to know exactly how that works. Someone is still in denial or, you know, walking blindly, like, this is like Two of Swords of energy. Some people still being in denial about their addiction of doing certain things. Somebody could have an actual addiction. Somebody could have now just got knocked down a peg of wanting to control someone because it's like, I'm getting control, alt, delete, control, alt, delete. Someone is looking to delete something off the computer. Something that someone did, I'm seeing the cursor bar on the computer moving. And somebody's like, I didn't do that. I'm seeing somebody, I didn't do that. Like, you're looking into something you're not supposed to. Once you hit certain systems and them knowing already, like, this situation is I'm hearing it's bigger than life itself. Classic man. Someone can have a Wikipedia or a Reddit name of classic man. Ego, negative thinking. Someone is in complete denial, comparing themselves or causing people to compare themselves about their success. Like, someone is very haughty about how they, like, somebody could be very upset because it's like, how do you know these things? It's like, how could you not know exactly how this operates? This is also someone that likes to steal people's intellectual property, or it's just like, someone could be like in I wouldn't say spirituality, prayer, and spirit, right? This is a person that will be outwardly minister, pastor, or something like that, secretly do spiritual work on their congregation. You just got to know what words. Like, some people be soothsayers on the pulpit, and you don't know there's certain words. There's hand gestures. Some people don't pay attention to that shit. Something about Troy. Somebody comparing themselves. Is a female that's trying to control or compare themselves. That could be in fear of someone. Like, somebody, look. Whatever this energy is, this is more or less like somebody is upset because I'm getting like someone's like, you talk in circles, you talk in riddles and do. So it's solely up to you to figure out what it is. Because somebody may be feeling like, oh, they're talking about me. They're talking about me. Maybe the shoe is fitting, and maybe it's fitting due to the simple fact you're doing some shit that you have no business doing. Maybe it wouldn't hit so hard if you wasn't doing something you had no business doing. There it is. Something is going to happen very quickly. Somebody's name is Quigley. Okay, this is U.S. Army. So we got military individuals in the room. I want to say quickly, he knew someone from my S6. So S6, so I'm dealing with military comms, SEC, computer geek, tech individuals. Somebody's birthday is on the 22nd or the 4th of any month. Or somebody could have been hired on around February or April 22nd. This is also leading to earlier's message where I was basically seeing where somebody was planning to do something from a second floor to cause a fire. Either it was going to come from the top floor to go down, or it, like the fire from the top was going to cause suffocation to the bottom, or it was like something that connects something where someone was going to put through a filter. So it was either fire department, a fire marshal. We got somebody practice comedics. Whoever's practiced comedics, you know this is not the time to do this. It's definitely not the time to do this. Especially if you was born on the 22nd. And if you between the ages in your 40s and you're doing something comedic, it's not good. It will kill you. Someone needs to know that. Anyways, back to what it is. Corrections officers, mechanic, a gas station. Someone could be an inmate or a probation officer. There is conversation going on. Somebody wants to create another SBA or a front shop. Somebody want to portray it because it's like, well, shit, they want this already, so I can put it through this business. Like someone is still trying to dictate what someone's next move is. Well, I know that they want a pet, so we'll go ahead and take this money and we'll put this money over here. And then we'll do a dog breeding type of thing. So somebody wanted to do a front shop of pet grooming for immigration. So that would have been immigration's money funneling to go ahead and use that as part of the money where they could take from it for a campaign. So this is like someone is literally looking to like move the money to avoid some sort of audit. Somebody could be married. I'm scratching my ring finger. Somebody is married or wants to be married, or somebody's name could be like Bruno. Somebody could be an Aries, because I was like Bruno Mars. Because, hey, girl, I think I want to marry you. Bruno Mars song. But Mars is Aries. Mars rules Aries. Or Aries rules Mars. It's all the same thing. Someone needs to chill out on the cocaine before they have a seizure. Or somebody gonna lace it with fentanyl. Somebody could be planning to get LASIK surgery. Something about a boat or a cruise. Somebody's last name could be Cruz as well. Planet Fitness. Someone could be meeting up at a gym. But it's being watched. Whether they know it or not. This is staff. Someone is planning to humiliate someone. I'm also hearing something January 17th. I'm also getting something about case in point. Someone is saying case in point. There's chatter right now. There's communication going on right now. I don't know why I'm even sitting here like the cards is just a movement for someone, because it's like someone's like, what is it that you're doing? I'm seeing whatever the fuck this is. Somebody's in the office, because I'm getting someone wanting to send out an email or something. Also, someone is going to do some research. I'm getting an attorney or somebody that's in either in judicial. Somebody going to come up on some information that they found. It's tracing back to a whole group of people that I'm telling you, it's about to happen. Because it's like whatever someone's tracing this, I'm getting an insurance policy. Also, someone could see that somebody had deleted like someone's information out of the system. However, someone is attempting to put it back into the system. Because I feel like it's like late in the night and somebody's looking at it and it's like, somebody's going to tell someone, I'm going to file the paperwork. But however, whatever someone's going to, damn. This situation leads to 3 other states in a U.S. territory. A Medicaid, a daycare, a home health, a disabled home daycare, or not a home daycare, but those medical daycare places, a pool place, and like, is this like karate, kung fu, jiu-jitsu or some shit? The money got traced. It's a smoke shop as well. Also, someone keeps saying why I didn't speak to this person sooner. Oklahoma is very prevalent as well. Because it leads right back to like shit. I remember having to do the divorce like that, but I knew um, I would have had no choice because I didn't know if he had, my first husband when I first got married was deported or not. But it was like he tried to pull like, I don't know where she is. Here's the last known number I had. Like somebody was trying to coach them on how to do this while they were still trying to block something while they did something on another side of the situation. I'm also getting, will they tell on us? Can't nobody tell on you if you ain't like the main prominent person on there, because it's like shit. The most that someone can actually say in a situation, I see them, but I don't know them. Like somebody is very concerned about a situation, but however, for somebody in a situation, if it's somebody to do with the music industry or part of a band, tell whatever it is that you gotta fucking tell, because it's like somebody, this person could be at a hotel trying to get somebody to do something. A female, an older female, looking to give somebody a runaround about a situation, or labs, or like give someone information about some lab work. Damn, somebody's gonna, okay. Because somebody wanted to play in a situation. One thing for sure, two things for certain. One thing, any man that ever would have to deal with me, shit, pregnancy is not the easiest thing to ever deal with. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, that's not some shit you play with at all. That's not some shit you play with. And as a grown-ass woman, why would I want to do this shit just to make a person say? That's some shit you do when you about, what, 15, 16 years old? And even then, you ain't got no business doing that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's lab works is coming out, and somebody realizing, like, that was a, like, this is like somebody, okay, whoever this female was, right, is given that she knew about some lab results. She knew that with these lab results, that it belonged to the person who they paid to snake someone. If this is paternity test, they either switch this test to make it seem like the person whose child it really is, that it's not. For somebody else in a situation, if it was like a young-minded person or something like that, they made sure that their test say it was this is like trapping somebody to give them the runaround to make them do what it is that they wanted them to do. And the connection that they had to do this, unbeknownst to somebody that they're married to, did not realize somebody who they're married to has ties, mutual ties with another person who they was keeping them from or some shit. That's why you hear where like some people be like, oh, men just be so hateful and honoring and they be just don't want to take care of responsibly. It's not that. This is going to be a situation where now where people used to have like this thought process like, oh, people be tripping, they be lying and they be doing this and men be acting so ignorant. Quit sitting there talking about these men. Sometimes, okay, let me put it this way. Men be knowing what's going on in these streets before more often than respectable women do. Or, you know, those women, like I said, Ugg Hood Foot, Louis Gucci, Loosey Gooseys, already be knowing what it is on the internet. For me to tell you exactly about how far this spiritual shit go, it goes deep. It goes real deep. It goes deeper than me just simply talking about this. I could talk about some shit and it'll fuck up some people's worlds right now. Right now, I know for a fucking fact this situation, like, I'm neutral. I don't give a fuck. I just need my money. I need money. You remember, I need money didn't talk to the very end when he got high. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I need my money. But this situation runs so fucking deep that it will cause certain people to go down the fucking rabbit hole to a point where people will be like, you gotta shut up. That's why I was taught, don't speak unless you got facts. Shut the fuck up unless you know the truth and you know what the fuck you talking about. I was taught that. Shit, I got my ass beat so much. You lying. All I knew how to do was tell the truth. Shit, I knew I was going to get my ass beat regardless. So shit, you might as well just tell the truth. Shit, I was going to get my ass beat regardless. So that's all I can do is tell you about the truth. And how deep this go where people like, oh, I'm on a spiritual journey. Motherfucker, it ain't even a fucking spiritual journey. Honestly. Have y'all still not discovered fucking free will? Somebody nervous as fuck. Somebody's in my energy watching me right now, and I'm seeing somebody heart ready to fucking fall out of their goddamn chest. Shit, if anything, it's ready to fall right through their ass crack. Shit, they might be loose enough for that bitch to fall out like that. Somebody was like, you petty, you petty, you petty. I don't give a shit. I mean, motherfucker, everybody like to get a little, Rita, come on now. Somebody feel like they feel redheaded, like they feel caught. Somebody feel like they naked. But it's like, I'm also here. Somebody could be like literally sending people someone's way, and they're just like, shit, that's the fine. Like, it's like, for me, shit. I remember telling James years ago, the day you decide to fuck me over and do me wrong, motherfucker, I'm gonna be your biggest, prettiest motherfucking bill ever you have. Your biggest, prettiest fucking bill. Shit, even in the military, y'all fuck me over, trust and believe me, I'm gonna be one paid motherfucker, and I'll be the one that go down in U.S. military history. What did she do? Don't worry about it. Just know she known. You don't try no shit, won't be no shit. Simple. Confident, not cocky. Intelligent, not dumb. Go for the long haul shit. It's strategy, right? Art of war. The war is won. Pick and choose your battles, right? But however, astrology, again, more people often than not only study tropical astrology. Okay? This is also where people don't grasp the concept of, how can I word this? Because a lot of people are very, small-brained. When it comes to anger in life situation, when they tell you it's a human experience, part of the human experience is to experience death, loss, failure, comparison. When you're wise, you'll do your best, because that, like they tell you, you're going to be into religion. Any religion is going to tell you to take care. Your body is your temple, correct? And I don't care what religion it is. That's why, you get the Muslims or the Islamic people, they fast. You'll get, Christians, they always talking about your body is your temple. You got to respect it, right? That stupid shit. And then, Sean, they usually, shit, I'm thinking about it right now. Shit, motherfuckers from India, you don't see them eat a lot of meat. You really don't. But however, your body, the temple that is meant to, how it's supposed to eat, a lot of people are meant to eat in particular ways. A lot of different people, depending on what you're made up of and what your actual spiritual denomination is meant to be, not what you're trained to socially, economically, culturally meant to be. Usually those who actually, let me put y'all on game. When you're actually starting to want to date outside your culture, you're actually 1 to 2 lifetimes near your last lifetime of repeating any type of karmic things. Unless you break some certain type of generational things, mental things, blood things. Okay? Meaning habits tend to repeat itself. Meaning if you're currently battling sexuality, more often than not, both of your parents fought that. Still fighting it. You just may be like, oh, I was born this way. No, stupid, you wasn't. It was just embedded in your stupid ass and your fucking parents. They just, oh, I don't like it. They don't like it because they're not able to openly fucking express that because the generation they were born in, okay? Also, there's situations where, where people be like, I can't forgive somebody because they unalived my kid out of rage and things like that. That is actually a normal occurrence. If we have to go like through the science, like it's science and then it's esoteric at the same time, and then it's occultic. In order to systematically program you to understand how that goes, you got to be like in depth, right? That's why, more often than not, like people becoming Eastern Stars and Masons, that is the lowest level you can come. Shriner is one step above that. Then you have the Watchers, and then you have the Mother ones. Let me just put it that way. You have that one. Those who get it, right? That's why energetically you will know when, like, if you really versed into certain things that you do, where people be like, you need to get out, you need to do this. Motherfucker, you know when the energy is conducive for you, you know when it's not conducive for you. You can know when certain people are put it like shit. I was poisoned 6 or 7 times within the last 2 months, which I thought was pretty interesting. It was like, you ain't gonna know? She wasn't gonna know. She should have been dead already. Hey, motherfucker, I should have been dead by the time I was 6 years old. Good luck. This is also like somebody could be a sheriff. Somebody is like bald. It's like a muscular built, give or take, under 6'2", 5'11" to 6'2". Got a prominent nose. He's married. Somebody's name could be like Lynn or Leonard. Or that could be a last name. Lynn, Leonard, or Lenny, or Lloyd. Also get the name, it's either Lynn, Lenny, Leonard, Lloyd, Toya, Tanya, Antonia, or Antonio. Something about someone could be Native American. Or like, again, somebody brown skin, green eyes. Like natural green eyes. It remind me like, no, but Uncle Jacoby had like, it's like grayish, like his eyes was weird. But I know his ass is like a shaman. That's probably who the hell was just watching. I feel like now I'm just starting to pick up naturally who is watching at this point. Like they can be watching, but it's like they'll pop out and then they'll watch from the outside. Like, you know how like you can watch on your YouTube thing and you freshen it and then you can watch as they're live instead of just like hopping into the live type thing. Something about a dream catcher. Also, it's a judge that's going to get in trouble because it's like it's a document that they have. And they know this person doesn't stay in the home with this person. Someone could have paid for someone to either come from like Tennessee, Ohio, Illinois, Texas, California, Louisiana, Georgia, or Pennsylvania to come to Florida. Or someone could have used like a niece. But they use their address. The address is on there twice. Someone is working from home, like someone tried to grant permission to work from home. Excuse me. This is like at a downtown central area, because you know like how like you'll have the courthouse and then you know you have like the law firms around them or something like that. Because I'm seeing a cleaning lady. Because you know how they come in at night or whatever to come in the building or something. Is somebody screwing the cleaning lady? Shit, low key could be a man. Ain't no telling. Somebody doing something, but it's like somebody seen somebody doing something, or it was just like they came in and they seen some type of paperwork, and I'm just getting like somebody. Oh yeah. What y'all got going on out here in these streets? This is why I like to be in a house, my business. Somebody's going to get a courtesy email tomorrow morning, either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm hearing back off of this. Close it. I'm hearing close it out. Give it to them already. The conversation may occur during business hour. I'm seeing somebody already sent the email days ago, 1 to 2 days ago, if not 12 days ago. Reach me at your early convenience. Somebody's name could be Vince, Vincent, Viante. That's like, Viante is like Latin, Greek derived word. But it's also a legal term. And it's also a term for a ritual. In order to have a victory of. Can't beat them, join them. ENT. Somebody's name could be Lou. Or someone could be from Louisville. Someone be careful about touching something, because I'm getting somebody noticing something sitting on the stove, but somebody didn't realize somebody came and turned out somebody a hot handle, or somebody could be saying they too hot to handle. Whatever the fuck that means. Or it could literally, figuratively or literally be a hot handle, or something that is coming in hot. Or something about the name Louis, or Louisville, or Louise, or Louis. Louie. Hawaii. Somebody has a lot of hair. Now, this could be man or woman, but if somebody got a lineup or taper, somebody could have just recently got a fresh cut. Somebody could be having their hair up, tied up right now. Somebody could be black or dark skinned or Nigerian or brown skin. Something to do with Illinois or Chicago or California as well. California or Nevada or Ohio. Texas. There's a phone conversation, group chat. Someone could be eating Pringles or eating chips, dill or sour cream, Funyuns or something, or pickles. Someone with sour cream. Someone could have that on the table or trying to eat that salsa. Somebody could be probably Mexican. Someone could be between 5'5" and 5'9". 5'10", I'm pushing it. That's an Amazon ass fucking female now, if you ask me. Somebody caught something on a Twitter. Somebody is retracing a Twitter. Or like, you know how like you, I guess it's hashtag or the, I'm not real versed on Twitter because I'm not like a fan of Twitter and I don't really use that fucking app. But I know like if you click on some shit long enough, you're going to get to where the fuck you need to go. Or like in your search bar or whatever, you can find what it is. Like I can figure out the algorithm, but I'm not versed in there. But it's like, it's either an handle or the hashtag, or you know how like you're looking through the page and then like in the middle part of it, it's like you could also want to view type thing. And like say whatever page that is created, somebody either have pictures or video. But then the pictures and the video goes to a page that would look like that person that actually made that page. Someone just traced the IP to that page or that picture. Because I'm seeing like the code where it, you know, like when you screenshot certain things on the phone will create a code. But however, when the phone creates a code, the code of the phone, when it creates the code, it also still codes if it's coming from your phone itself. Like I can screenshot this, right? And say if I had another person on there and I take the picture and I crop it down and take that picture, right? And with me cropping it down to take that picture, and then I make it whole, the phone in itself creates a new, like basically it creates its own new IP address, but the IP address still tracks back to the phone, the IMEI part of the phone who created it. So it's either tracing back to a phone, a tablet, or a computer right now. Somebody is like tech. That should have been like my first fucking job. But that's neither here nor there. Someone is making an assumption. Someone keeps saying somebody could be a snob. Someone's going to be doing something and they're not going to hear a door open whenever somebody comes in to catch them doing something. It's like someone coming in is either like they on a computer, laptop, because I feel like somebody could have broke somebody's phone. Or like throwing in a phone and it's like somebody just signed into their shit on a laptop or a tablet or computer or some shit. Somebody about to have a hissy fit. I'm getting like before somebody phone breaks, somebody gonna get proof and evidence on what somebody else did that called like there's about to be a situation going on in the home, a domestic dispute. Somebody needs to know, don't swing. You swing, you going to jail. And it's set up that way because somebody's trying to get somebody locked up or put away, because it's like, if you gonna leave, I'm gonna make sure your ass get locked up before I let you leave. A water sign. Cause I keep hearing that part, you still a bitch. But it's a black dude. Somebody could be black and Asian. Or somebody could be calling themselves Blasian. Blasian or something like that. Blasia. Black Asia, Black Asian or some shit like that. Somebody's about to confront a woman about what it is that they doing, and like somebody gonna find out a mother figure had a little boy unalive, or try to get 3 boys unalive. If they don't know in 4 days, they're gonna know the truth about some type of woman that did this and why they did this. Somebody could be doing a murder for hire. This is literally somebody going back through people that somebody dealt with or something like that. Like, who else was it? Like, somebody got somebody talking or something like that. Like, they bought somebody something that they really wanted or needed, or it's like somebody could be a sugar mama or some shit like that. Let me be, I want to be, got to be, you want to be your sugar mama. I'm hearing start some drama real quick. But however, the drama that they stirred up, it's like somebody could be a friend of somebody, or could have been cool, or they hung out, or they could be amongst the same like community or some shit like that. Also, this is some other tarot readers that's coming here as well. Why are you here? You read for yourself. Like, it's cool to listen or whatever, but it's like, don't utilize something to make it seem like somebody's copying you or doing what it is that you do. I'm getting like a few of them, but they were paid. This is also somebody that could have took videos of mine like 2 to 4 years ago and utilizing them now. I had said that a long time ago. Somebody's using, like, say, like I'm recording videos of this year, right? They'll be using videos of mine 2 years ago that were portraying to certain people's life right now. Somebody's name could be pertain, or the male reader Taylor or some shit like that. I don't know. That's not my business. I don't care about that shit. Because those be motherfucking people that'll do that dark shit on the low and be like, yeah, I can help this person shut up. Or I can help this person unalive this person in the spiritual. Or we could do this and cause them nightmares and stuff like that. Any person that got to do that, they ain't really spiritual, baby. They just like to get what they want instead of doing the work just to know, like, shit, karma will come on its own. Shit, the right person will come on in. Don't sit there and keep trying to set up something. Somebody is going to get caught red-handed, either a judge or a lawyer. Because they got the way to go ahead and, like, dig into somebody's phone records or social media platform to go look into who somebody dated. This is also like old dating profiles or some shit like that. and realizing like, oh, they did talk to this person. We're going to reach back out to this person and see if we can get them to say something on the affidavit. For somebody that was going to offer them like 8,000 to 28,000 or 2,800 or something like that, or help them with a bail bondsman, say that they did this. For somebody they did, or when they reach out, this is what they're going to hope to offer them. This is part of the underground type of situation where I said, like, in certain jail sentences, when they need things to get done, more often than not, they already knowing who's going to be facing particular type of sentences, and then they cut the sentence in half in order to make it seem like, to appease the family. More often than not, they'll give them anywhere to 22 to 24 to sometimes 22 to 51 or 50 some odd years in order to appease publicly, especially when they know that a certain case or a lawsuit is going to be streamed live. That's how they usually do that. And when they do that, after the fact, like whoever it is that they already paid off a technicality, because they be going in that bitch with money in their books and everything else already. And with them already having the money on the books, they be like, look, once you get in, you know what we're going to end up doing, since you already did us this favor. You knocked off whoever we need to get knocked off, or you got them set up so that the other person would commit the crime of passion, or this person could do this. Like, this shit been running for years. Like, this is the type of shit that been running for fucking years. But I only know it because what I grew up the fuck around. So that's why when certain shit will happen where it's like you always have to think mentally, and this has been my thought process as a girl. Even when I went into the military, Sharita, it's nothing but a mental game. Because emotions is not involved in that shit. It's a mental game. When I went into the military, people were sitting there acting like they was scared and shit like that. I'm like, it's a fucking mental game. All they doing is training you depending on what branch you is. Like your army, it's the same thing. Like you, similar to the Marines. Like I always wanted to go to the fucking Marines, but you know, hey, I went to Marines. That's a problem for the fucking world. But I mean, that's neither nor here nor there. I got to serve this beautiful country, so it's a blessing either fucking way. But it's a mental game. It's a fucking mental game. If you're like literally, military will show you if you fucking really mentally strong as you thought you were. And depending on how well you are, you will be selected for certain things during your training when they seen that. Like it was one boy, what's his name? Brody. Brody was one. Trotter was one. Smiley was one. Williams was one. They were hand selected from that motherfucker in the military when we was at Fort Jackson. There's one more person, I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. Shit, Katherine Johnson, she was selected because her ass was fast in the motherfucker. But I know she was selected for certain shit in the military, like, but I could tell she was like one of those C.I. Harmon. I want to say she went reserve out there in Louisiana, and they used her as like, you know, low-key informant on certain things. It's like, well, I ain't no snitch, but it's like, it's not a snitch. You're just doing it for the military, and that's when she got initiated. Like, it was a lot of different stuff, and then they knew, like, you know, her connections on the street in New Orleans, and then they knew her certain things, like you'll get approached. Like that's nothing new. Like somebody was like, you like this shit has been connected for a long time. That's why the commander that I had prior to me leaving Fort Campbell, she knew who I was. See, she knew who I was, but C knew to stay quiet because the shit that happened to Kimberly Fleming. The shit that happened to Kim Fleming, Sergeant First Class Kimberly Fleming, when she was gonna get ready to go to that EA, and then when she pulled up the shit on me, everybody's still fucking quiet about that shit. Everybody. That woman ain't commit no damn suicide. She was more hooded than a motherfucker. And it's like the only issue she had was like with her daughter. And then they try to chop that shit up as if it was something that she was stressing with her daughter. That wasn't even a fucking case. She found some shit out went on me because that shit literally happened right after I fucking left to go to Afghanistan. It wasn't by no fucking coincidence. And I felt real off by it, but it was just like, why is she not crying? Or like, motherfucker, I knew. And then it was like, when it came to certain people who were surrounding me, I knew who was getting closer and who was trying to be weird about it. Now, mind you, when it came to like certain females from the different units, it made completely, complete sense to me. So that's why when more or less I was getting approached more when the SA was happening, the MST in the military, that's why when I was sitting there doing my ratings, they wouldn't allow me to talk about my military essays. Shit, you ain't gotta only be assaulted outside of the fucking military. Shit, I was assaulted on the inside too. But shit, when it came time for me to talk about it, they kept trying to shut me up, gaslight me, shut me down every fucking chance they got. Then they'll give me like some old racist motherfuckers, and they knew they was fucking racist too, to go ahead and be like, to try to be the therapist and shit like that. And when they was doing that, that shit just got worse and worse. And then all the way up until now, when they took advantage of, oh, Sheila, they got this other program going on, we could benefit off of her, but since she won't join us. Derek Ray, which was Sergeant Major of Fort Huachuca, but he helped me through my career. I ain't gonna act like I'm ungrateful or not appreciative of him helping or whatever, but that shit right there kind of like pissed me off for them to sit there and help this woman. Like, did you know that she was doing this and y'all allowed that shit to go on and y'all was just benefiting off of it because y'all knew the capabilities that I had? Or, what is it? And the fact that everybody wanted to stay quiet, it was just like, it just is what it is. But it's like, motherfucker, y'all know coming against me like one-on-one, oh, we can get busy. The choice is yours. Low key, I feel like the boy that was here, it made me think of Ray's son. That looked like Derek Ray's son. But it was like, it's like, nah, it was a lot of different shit that all fucking happened. But everybody sitting there where I had to go look at my TikTok, and it was like, people you may know. And I was like, I know I blocked all these motherfuckers. Why are they over here on my people may know? So I was like, they sitting here watching, trying to see what I know. Now, y'all know something fit to come this way, and y'all feel like I'm fit to be like cool about it. Like, it's like, nah. Like, if I got to testify, I got to testify. Didn't nobody want to sit there and apologize and be like, hey, Rita, this is going on before that went on ahead and did it. So shit, the truth is the truth, but everybody want to be a hitman and come for somebody's life. Then when you coming for somebody's life, you got to be mindful. Now you giving somebody grounds to go ahead and do this. Something about Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius person that also paid the hitman. So this is like them in collaboration and cahoots. This was no different than me having to sit there, and I was like, damn, Sharita, these people were just so low down where I'm sitting there like, excuse me, I'm thinking about my girls and like how far that the assault went, and they knew that they like, James' family was like that. Like, you allowed these folks to go ahead and do this, where now like everybody was like, you seem like you got a favor. Like, no, it was like when it came to the girls, because Janina would be like, well, mommy, why is it that, Soraya and baby James and Azura, they all look alike and I look different? Well, baby girl, let me tell you the truth. It just so happened to be on a night that your daddy and them just went on ahead and drugged me. They recorded it. They've been trying to hide that shit for the longest motherfucking time. Your daddy just so happened to be your fucking uncle. And then they try to make it seem like it was something that I did and I initiated. And it's like, no, I did not initiate that. And then they took the fact that this was after I had did divorce, and it was just like sitting there, because when it came to the kids, they've been using that aspect. When I told Jarvis, I was like, shit, Jarvis, I should have got with you rather than getting with your brother. And they took that day and recorded it and been using that motherfucking recording and running with it, and not knowing that at that same fucking time, unbeknownst to the public, rather they wanted the public to know that it was, they own fucking, mama and them that set that shit up in their house for me to like how was I supposed to know? But it was like at that time, that's where like I had stopped drinking around that time, because it was just like I kept feeling like my body was off, things was being weird, and he was acting really fucking weird. Because it was like, how is it that we go from we first married and it's like all the time to like that time that his brother walked in and called us? It was like the shit got weird after that. And then it was just like, Shooter, you should have fucking known better, because it was like, shit, his mama will be the one that will always make like suggestive comments towards my disabled son, like, oh, he gonna have, like, she would say shit about Marcus, like, oh, he gonna have a big old thing when he get up. And I was like, you shouldn't be talking about that. You shouldn't. Like their mama was like that, and she would just always make comments towards his thing. And then it would be like him, then James and his mama would make comments towards Adrian's, stuff like that. And I'd be like, y'all are weird, like, but that's like that type of stuff there. But they try to take that like as if I was trying to say I wanted to be with his brother and I was okay with doing like that ancestry and stuff. And I'm like, hell no. I'm not down with that. I don't like that. That is not my thing. And I ain't ever fucking been into that. And then for them to do that, that's why it was a tick for tack between James doing that shit to his brother. The girl that Jarvis was with, the Umbrea girl, he ended up having the little boy with her. So he was like, well, that's my get back for you, you actually being Janina's daddy. Because they ran like a DNA test and they had left a piece of the kit out in the trash can. They thought I didn't see it because they thought they cleaned up all the evidence and they swabbed Nina to Jarvis. So it was just like, that's why I was just like, Jarvis was so adamant of wanting to help that situation. But then it was around the time where my mom, like, when she would just be super adamant, I knew she was doing something with him. And it was around the time where I went to have my surgery. But it was like, I want to say at that time I had an Arabic doctor and that was in Colorado. He was like, you sure you want to get your tooth? I was like, I shouldn't have to because it's like, that's messing with my hormones for 1, 2, I'm too young, 3, you know what I'm saying? It's because at that point he was tired of every time that he would touch me, or they had already pre-planned for more SA assaults to happen and them to record it and to make money off of it. That's how it was, where it was just like basically like I just got tired of that shit. They wanted to do a runaround, but it was like trying to make it seem like I get around, I would sleep with anybody, I would give it up. And I'm like, I ain't ever been like that. It ain't never been something like that. And then it's just like any type of person that they would pay. And then like say when they was paying for like the hitmans and stuff like that, the first hitman, he didn't say anything until like after the fact to let me know like, oh nigga, you do that for real, for real. Like when he finally did that shit, I was like, so you go and then and then I just stopped asking questions. Like, when you know. But it was just like, I don't know why he had so much compassion or whatever it was when it came towards me. But shit, he was sparing the fuck out of my life. But the thing of it was, he still kept up through Marcus's other baby mama, which he knew she was gullible and she was gonna fall for the shit. And then of course, her and getting her folks involved to getting, tied up in this shit. Which when he got 6, he got his brother and then the wife at that time. His wife, I want to say she's from like Nigeria or some shit like that. She got involved in shit like that. So it was just like, it's a lot of like plays in this situation, but it also tied into government. It tied into pilots, prisons, sheriff departments, and then it's just like the ins and outs of it. It's not difficult to figure out, but like I said, this is not some shit that you're gonna always find on Google. You could possibly find some of this. You got like a 32% chance if you're looking for the right information to find it on the dark web. 32%. But it's not like it's hidden knowledge. But it will require you to have some sort of initiation or ties or blood ties to this type of groups. Because more often than not, religious organizations are one of the biggest organizations where they can run and funnel the money of criminal ties to hide it. Because it's like, who will look at a church? Who will look at a religious church to say that they're unaliving people? Who's going to look at them to say that they're funding these people? Just think about that. Like, who would want to look into the church? Why would the church want to do that? The church is all against unaliving. Right. Just like the American citizens are supposed to be pro-life. But that's neither here nor there. But it's certain things that's not like secrets. But it's like somebody's in the challenge about what it is that they're doing. Like you can tell more or less what energies or what type of people you're dealing with in like right now, I know it's like it's one of those mercy type of situation when it comes to the law firm. Because anytime you got divorces going on, those attorneys are watching you around the clock. All your social medias, what you're posting, what you're talking about, what you're doing. Like shit, they can watch all day fucking long. All I need for you to do is give me the fucking paperwork. Where the fuck do I sign? Is he keeping the kids? Is he not? I know it's another form that I can go ahead and file right behind it. If y'all gonna pull some stupid shit, that's too easy. However, you know what I'm saying? Like the immaturity of using children to do this. Like I noticed that it was like the kids, the teenage kids from South Creek that went to school with Ayana and stuff like that. I noticed them kids was all on my social media. I was like, look, this is getting weird. And for my safety, let me go ahead and block these children. Because these are people that would literally go lie and be like, she touched on kids. She does this weird shit. And then it's like people sitting here listening to this dude say this shit that actually is out here giving people STD, if not HIV, spreading it. Like, I should have paid attention to the red flag when he first said that, like, oh, I think James said he went to a bar. It was a common known bar that we had out there in Fort Campbell that we'll go drink. They used to have, I can't remember the name of the club, but we used to go there and we go get the fucking fish bowl. It's a big ass fish bowl looked like this mixed with a whole bunch of different liquids, okay? But he was saying he was messing with the bartender at that time, and when he was messing with her, she ended up giving him like chlamydia or some shit like that. And him knowing that he had it, and instead of finish up his prescription, he said he went on ahead and fucked her and a few other fucking people raw again, knowing that he had it. I said, do you not know that could get you in trouble, especially if you're doing that to military people? And he was like, so? He was like, shit, I don't give a shit. I was like, you just don't give a shit about life. But that right there should have been my red flag. But at the same time, it was just like, how like some people be thinking like, oh, I'm going to stay them because that's the father of the kids and I want to keep my family. I was one of those stupid motherfuckers and not ever the fuck again. Just because you got kids to stay with a person that will sit there and jeopardize your life, your health, or anything else, I knew I had to get the fuck up out of there. But also that allows you to know that a person willing to try to give you something, they'll be willing to take them kids out, especially if they tired enough and they don't want to pay that child support and stuff like that. They'll be willing to do that. And him being into that, that occult shit, him and his family was into like putting shit in your drinks and your food and stuff like that. My folks was too. So that's why I know that they were sitting there lying to motherfucking people talking about don't eat no food from her. Don't drink nothing from her. I ain't ever fucking been in my motherfucking life trying to put something in somebody's food. Ever. Shit. What you can do? Piss on your hand. Urine is good for your skin. But to put that in somebody else's food and jeopardize their health? Nah. Nah. But these were folks that was willing to just go that fucking far, go the distance to sit there and put somebody in the hospital. Somebody could, monoxidil? Somebody wants to go ahead and do something with monoxide. A water sign. That's why when they send all these same people, it was just like, you'll know what it is going on with you whenever they start sending people from your past around you. Not only that, depending on how they move and what they talking about, what they bring up, what type of conversation, you got to remember what was going on in your life when you was dealing with those people, when they were around. Was it high school? Was it jobs? Was it business? Was it education? What in any type of situation like that, when you know what it is, then you can tell exactly who sent them in. More often than not, you can tell exactly who sent them in. Who was around in your life at that time. Okay, what type of people will have ties to it? When you was in them streets, when you was in, in them gangs, they send people back around you. You can tell what it's about. Some people be like, I don't know if they over here to be a snitch. Are they the motherfucker? You know exactly who the fuck they are. It ain't no secret. You can tell when they getting ready to set up the next M plot. You don't know what it feel like. You don't know what it smell like right before it even fucking start to happen. More often than not, they need you to either, if they can't get you on a physical, how you eating, they'll go for your mental. If they can't get you on that mental aspect, they're going to try to go for your fucking emotions. And then when they can't hit you on emotions, they're going to hit you with the financial. When they can't hit you there, it's just like at that point, it's just like, what the fuck can we do? Because it's like usually more often than not, it's mentally or emotionally. And they can get people more or less. It's like when they get you mentally or emotionally, that's when motherfuckers go out there, become alcoholics, drug addicts, getting into doing the do, catching all type of HIV, the AIDS and shit like that. Or they'll send people in that they know have it or potentially have it and stuff like that. They send them on in to try to love on you and stuff like that. Like, oh, this person is not good for you. Let me give you the temptation, like that movie Temptation and stuff like that while you're going through therapy. Welcome. Whenever you're going through therapy, they usually more often than not, they send people in hopes that they could cause you to get HIV, AIDS. When that doesn't happen, they try to escalate it and be like, okay, well, we couldn't get them there. So when they tell you new levels, new devils, right? And they know you're meant to take off on this level. On this level, I should have all my social media platforms, all the stuff that I do, shit right now, I should have already been sitting on money situations already. It's like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. However, this is a situation where I know they got to pay people because it's like she knows too much. She knows what's going on. I got to slow her down. Not to mention, we're going to send certain people that want to be lovers to her. And we want those lovers, which they have, like, if they ain't worked through those emotions or those traumas, what is naturally that them people going to do? They're going to be sitting there, I got to stop her because she ain't going to give me the nookie no more. She don't want to talk to me no more. She's not chasing me. That being chased is a man's quality to chase a woman. Now, you a man and you want to be chased, hey, go get you another man. Leave me alone. It's seriously. Any man that really wants a woman to fucking chase him, go get you a man. Go get you a motherfucking man. I am not really chasing no man, sir. If you want my attention, you want my time, you going to let me know that you want my attention and you want my motherfucking time. Because other than that, I'm not worried about you shit. Your homeboys, well, shit, your homeboys know exactly what the fuck to do. He probably not on that type of time. And even if he fucking was, shit, he knows to be on my time. I'm not for to chase you and do none of that shit. I like to do certain things. I like to move about my shit. I like to do my own thing because I'm not for to sit here and wait on no fucking man to do it. I'm not for the beg one to do it. I'm not for to sleep with one just to fucking do it or get it fucking done when I know I'm more than fucking capable to use my brain and utilize what it is that I'm capable of fucking doing. And these will be people like, oh, she wants to do this. And no, y'all got to come together, collaborate with certain people to sit there and take somebody's fucking life. Women do that shit too. But women want to work in fucking groups. Oh, we going to take him down because, girl, you get his dick every Tuesday and motherfucking Thursday. Why the fuck you complaining? Well, shit, she got him on the weekend. Do I look like motherfucking says it to you? Motherfucker, listen, I'm not trying to share it because shit, I need my shit 7 days a week. You talking about on Tuesdays and motherfucking Thursday. Nigga, I need that shit 7 days a week. And apparently you're not suited for that shit. So suit it, boot it, and go ahead and toot it and motherfucking boot it. You're not welcome here. Carry on. Oh, that's my homeboy. I don't owe you loyalty. Apparently you ain't even loyal to me, let alone loyal to yourself, let alone got dick discipline. So carry the fuck on. So when they want to sit there and get mad, yeah, women do way worse. Like, you can tell the difference. Like, okay, let me put it this way. That's not a woman. That is a child. That is a female that never have explored or did what it is that she needed to do in a healthy way. More often than not, they'd be like, women, no, that's little girl behavior. That's teenage girl behavior. Because when a woman got to sit there, oh, if he cheating, I'm going to cheat back. That's little girl behavior. First of all, you can't be sitting here talking about you love somebody and then you're going to keep staying in their face. Why you keep cheating on me? Why you keep cheating on motherfucker? Okay. This is what we're doing. Because I'm just talking about, this is what we're doing. Because when it's my turn to go ahead and let your ass know. Because I'm not for to be doing that, let you fucking find out type shit. Now they go, you cheated today, right? I did the same thing. So that we know, so you ain't got to go, let me go through your phone. No, nigga, I just told you who I cheated with, what time, where, locations. You free to go. The door's right there. That's why it's important for you to already have your own shit. These would be fucking females like, if he leave me and if we got the kids and you worried about the wrong shit, if the motherfucker cheating on you, skedaddle. It's not worth it. Apparently, there's no love, there's no respect, there's no boundaries, and apparently there's an unsatiable desire that that person has that you're not able to fucking fulfill. He's just like the thought because you know him well enough and he don't want to really get to know these people and he know he can just do that. Women, shit, oh shit, he giving me more attention because he works 7 days a week or he works 3 days a week and he's gone all the time and he don't give me attention and he's always wanted to go do these people and that people. You gotta fucking leave. It ain't even fucking worth it. Like at the end of the day, be fucking happy where you know happiness is. Cause when it's like, even if you feel like you grow apart in that situation, let that shit go. Like we're growing apart. I'm not happy no more. I don't feel like we could fulfill anything no more. Like just have an open, honest conversation. These will be fucking people. They'd rather go fucking cheat and then hope you don't fucking find out. That's where the thrill comes in. Literally, that's where the fucking thrill come in. And then it's also, you know, where it's motherfuckers that catch shit. And instead of saying that they caught some shit, it's like, well, I'd rather stay with the bitch because, you know, she ain't got tested or, you know, he ain't get tested and he ain't saying nothing. And she know that she caught some shit. She knows she got some shit. She done gave it to your ass, but she ain't said nothing to you because she waiting for one of the other fucking females to come say something to you where she can be like, see, I knew you was cheating and act like her fucking feelings been hurt and knowing she been fucking cheating the whole time and she knew she been had chlamydia, HIV, whatever the fuck that motherfucker had. She just waiting on your ass to say some shit. And the fact that you ain't said nothing is because the bitches ain't saying nothing to you. And the fact that ain't none of them females saying nothing to you, everything's all good and she's still benefiting, everything's still coming to her. So more often than not, you'll see that certain females be like, yeah, and then when they feel like you getting close to figure some shit out, or God forbid y'all ran into somebody she know, or you sitting there kicking in and doing business with somebody she been sleeping with or kicking with, and it's just like, shit, I know this motherfucker getting, and they gonna sit there and do things. It don't really fucking matter. Shit happens. But once you have those type of situations, you will realize more often than not, let it go. This is also where you'll run into those situations where these people will cheat. Like currently right now, I have more fucking females and dudes because, you know, every single dude that I ever dealt with, they was either gay or bisexual. And every single last situation, instead of just like leaving me alone, like y'all left alone, leave me alone. Here they are, that all they little fucking secret lovers and their family and their friends, they're paying for people to hack my phone, stalk me, stalk my social medias and stuff like that. And I'm just like, shit. And then and the females is doing it. It's like, bitch, do you got low self-esteem or something like that? Are you know what I'm saying? Do you got something? Because I'm pretty sure you probably done caught something. If I know that I caught something at least once or twice from these motherfuckers, I know you got something. To be concerned, to be sitting here trying to have a conversation with a motherfucker and pretend like, oh, I'm friends with you, I'm cool with you, I like to, you know, I like their vibe. Okay, if you like my vibe, click like, share, motherfucking subscribe, follow the other fucking social medias, and get the motherfucking followers up. Instead of just sitting here just trying to, you know, be here and just try to be cool. Like, I empathize. It's like, don't be a Mrs. fucking Me Too. Just overstand and understand one fucking thing for certain. That shit goes on and happens every day. For me to be triggered and be concerned about what the next female got on, what she's talking about, what she doing, how she moving, who she sleeping with. If, oh, you sleeping with an ex, it's called an ex for a reason. And even then, half of them wasn't even an ex. They was just something to motherfucking do. Because if anything, I was helping them then rather than helping me. And it was no fucking benefit. So it was a lose in that whole situation. So shit, in my situation, shit, my ex-husband was sitting there feeling like he was really doing something, like he was the man, he was finally getting recognition, and oh, I'm doing day trading, I'm doing, you know, stock and stuff. Like, motherfucker, you got another kid out there? I remember having to ask him like a few times, and by then he probably was already up to like his 3rd to fucking 5th kid with somebody else. And then it's like when I went on ahead and put his ass out, him and his sister and shit, that shit just got more elaborate. So that shit right there was like, shit, you was already on your third, fourth, fifth fucking kid. And then, oh, shit, you sitting here, motherfucker, I don't even want you. The door is right there. And every time that I would sit there and say, the door is right there, that motherfucker like, oh, we could fit. No, it ain't shit to motherfucker fix. The door is right there. Because they ain't shit that I'm doing. I'm not stopping you from leaving. Don't ever stop nobody from leaving. This is also the same people, like when they got that type of attitude, they'll be the ones to sit there and stalk you, harass you, try to block you from blowing up. Like, how dare you get somebody else to look at your pictures? Motherfucker, because it's not for you. Shit, you got everybody else looking at yours, and you worried about somebody looking at mine, and you don't want no commitment, and you don't like me like that. So why is you or your family even know anywhere fucking near me concerned about what the hell I got going on? That's the type of stuff that really be happening, and where these people be like, I want to assault you, I want to jump you, I want to go, hurt you and do all this stuff to you, and like move the fuck around. You supposed to be happy where you at. Like shit, I done dealt with motherfuckers who was secretly fucking racist, hated the fuck out of me. Like my 4 kids, and you had a pure hate for women. Not only did you have a pure hate for women, you had a pure fucking hate for me. Then you sleeping with my mom. Then you sleeping with my cousin. Then you sleeping with, my bisexual little nephews and cousins and them. Like, that shit just got weird. Like, you sleeping with all of them, and you knew this, and then you came over here, like, dealing with me. Like, they was just hating on you because you know how to get it. No shit, Dick Tracy. Then, like, to find out you sleeping with my teenager at that. And that motherfucker was sitting there feeling like she was doing something. And she was sitting there helping y'all motherfuckers to do that shit. That's when I just knew some shit was just getting weirder and weirder. Like, y'all sleeping with my teenager, so that's why she's sitting there doing this shit. I was like, but it was like her friend, because, my kids, they pretty good with computers and stuff like that. But them being, good with computers, gathering up people and stuff like that. Shit, knowing Ayana when she went out there with her dad probably had her get initiated in them gangs and shit like that, or in the strip club, and then my family encouraging that shit. But yeah, like, the one secret that they try to keep was like Ayana was out there, but shit, I don't want kids. Well, okay, Ayana, if you sleep with a man and he penetrates you, and now you're administrating and stuff like that, you could have a baby, right? And then depending on if it didn't work with mom and I was trying to get rid of them, honey, these are motherfuckers that will take your life. They will take your life, babes. And there's not much that I could do, but if you got a pure hate for your mom and you want me gone, baby, hey, I got to wash my hands. I still love you. But hey, whatever type of situation you get in there, you feel like I can't help you, that's going to be your thing, honey. But these were people hoping that they could use those type of situations in hopes of, oh, that's going to make her mad and she's thinking irrational. It's not irrational. It's just not your social construct of normal of how someone will handle the situation. I'm not for to be mad, and I'm not for to be upset. Why would I be mad and upset about a behavior that they were already showing prior to, and then there's plenty of people sitting there enabling the behavior to carry on? So once the behavior is being enabled, it's only already out of my hands, and I'm not for to lose my mental or psychological health looking to fight for something that they don't want to be fought for. You can only fight for those who wants to be fought for. They didn't want to be fought for. They wanted to fight against it. But however, what's still in the benefit, like, I'm still going to make sure that if the people are still opening up that SA case and they looking into that, I'd rather them still get the justice. And then what she choose to do after that, that's what you choose to do. At least I chose to be a mother and still fight for that. Because my own fucking folks, being in my own mom's house, she was sitting there just having cameras installed just to sit there like, oh, see, look at her. And look at her being irresponsible. And look at her, like, motherfucker, get up and clean your own fucking house. Like, I can clean up after my children, but shit, I still got to be able to provide for them, work, have the funds and income when I'm not putting those men on child support just to make a man feel like he still got to be in my fucking life. For what? Them kids, daddy, want to be there. No, the fuck they didn't. If they wanted to be there, they will be there. So it's like, who really cares about it? And it's definitely, I'm not a type of person to sit there and force anybody to do something they don't want to do. Because once you put somebody on child support or put it in the court system, you're creating new contractual things with entities. Entities. What type of entities? Is that entity carrying the entity of corruption? Is it already systematically broken? Is it already dealing with they like to falsely persecute? How often have they been falsely persecuting? Are they, do they like to persecute and go ahead and go after certain people in law matters? Are they going after them in law matters where they use the police station? Do they use certain other things? Those type of things run very, very deep and very differently than what it is. It's like a Truman Show type of situation. More often than not, it's like an initiation just to know what it is that you're doing. More often than not, it'll be a camera in your bathroom, in your mirrors, in your fans, depending on what type of fan you have, your kitchens, your bedroom. The violation runs very, very deep. It just depends on what type of people and what type of lifestyle that they're into, or what type of people you have, because more often than not, it's not ran unless it's like family related, because they need first line people connected to you. Then, other things, school, college, church, all the other stuff, whenever they need to force you to conform to a particular way of thinking and behaving in this situation, it's a lot of different things, okay? If you got military ties, all that plays a factor. Somebody's about to end up in it like, I'm getting a backfire for what somebody wanted for someone. That's going to happen to them because somebody got people underground involved in the situation. They could have been leading a situation where now it's coming back on them. Somebody could be going to a reading and it's like, somebody could be like doing the reading. It's like, look, I don't know what you got. I'm hearing somebody tell somebody straight up, I don't know what you got going on, but whatever it is that you got going on is causing me not to see this. But somebody going to end up revealing about somebody when they go get this reading. They're going to reveal about them taking the life of a child. That they did it, or it's like they did it to a sibling, or some siblings did something to a child. So somebody's going to end up revealing that. I mean, it happens. I know they got my daughter out here participating in the red drum type of situation. I'm not gonna lose my fucking mind over some shit. Like, it comes along with the territory, and depending on the deeper the levels of where you got going on, I'm not gonna get upset. Hey, that's her life. That's what she chooses. You want to be 17? You want to be grown? Shit. There's grown shit, and then the type of lifestyle that I was brought up in, mercenaries, serial unalivers and stuff like that. Do you cherish your life? And apparently, if she do, she'll actually look for advice. If she don't, then that's her life. It sounds personal. I'm not able to get upset. And then it's like religious, and they know how to hide it behind religious factors. Gun trafficking. This is also some people that are like on the 3-strike rule. Somebody can no longer cloak themselves about what this is. It's like, in order for you to keep your sanity and you don't want to be insane, you like a lot of stuff requires you to be logic. And more people feel like that they're being logical, and they'll show their illogic in certain situations. Somebody is a water sign that could be sitting here in my live right now. And then it's like, with them doing that, they keep lying to a court about not knowing someone's whereabouts. And then it's like a sibling that, like, somebody, it's about to be a rivalry coming up, or it's like three to four people that's about to go at it. And I feel like they got other people involved in the situation. Somebody got the results. Somebody found out that via military about being burnt from someone, because I'm getting somebody saying straight up to somebody like, no, I use protection. Somebody used protection with someone. So wherever somebody could be saying that they got something from somebody, they know that they slept unprotected with someone else. And there was like, and then whoever this other person is, this is like somebody got caught up with a young child, and it was like they was messing with this child. They text them, but it's like the family knew about this because they encouraged the behavior. I feel like this is how they found out that they was going to get this person to do that. It's like somebody was, okay, so the blackmail in the situation was for somebody to sleep with an underage child to keep control over what it is that they could do to someone. And then it was just like getting them back. Somebody could have got a young boy to do this, or somebody could have found the truth out, or somebody was getting teased or getting picked at, and then when they was getting picked at school, they could have known, like, somebody could have, like, hurt somebody really fucking bad. And this was like somebody wanted, like a grandparent or somebody wanted that. It's like, yeah, you could come join this, you could come do that, and they allowed it. It was the runaround in the situation. But this is no different than, like I said, with the law attorney, when she asked me about the phone number and not having the address. He was hoping that they could get away with what it was that they were doing so they wouldn't find me. And then the other part of it was to get away with that the attorney wouldn't have been able to look up on some information, and the information that they would have looked up on, because I made it very clear, look up that life insurance policy. Said before you file everything, like I'm still signing regardless because I need my freedom from them. But the thing of it is, I told this attorney, look up that law insurance policy. And I said, if you see any of those names in that situation, they're going to know what's up. And that means me sending that information to that lawyer is now legally binded to have to do that research. She not doing that, that'll allow me to go ahead and get like 6 different lawsuits going, not only for the law firm, but it also allow me to sue the state or the county for them not doing their due diligence. Because that means that they are intentionally covering up a red room or a murder. So them not looking into it, or they decide to look into it, they now know exactly what it is. This is also finding out, like, you know, with my ex-husband, like, that motherfucker had an appetite. He like them young. Some of them like them young and dumb, because they can run them. Somebody could be stressed out about this. Also, these were people that wanted somebody stressed out about their health as well, or putting somebody into the hospital. Somebody definitely did mess up these lab results because somebody was hoping that they got somebody sick. It caused them to do something. They could take the lab results and do an unnecessary surgery. Like, that was someone's hope. They wanted to cause an unnecessary surgery to take somebody's life. Somebody could have been trying to lead something. Somebody paid somebody $10,000 to do something military. Or somebody could be veteran or government worker. Somebody paid them $10,000 to $15,000. I'm also getting up $21,000. Somebody could have been hiding up to $66,000 or $366,000 that's been paid in a payment. One, two, three, four, six. $366,105 is going to be on somebody's books. That book could have came from either a nursing, hospital, OBGYN, a daycare, a lab tech, anesthesiologist, a weapons store, a community or apartment or housing place, military veterans, a racetrack, confirmation. Somebody's name could be Riley. Somebody born in 71. Somebody could be 33. Someone could be born in 93, 96, 63 or 66, or 1933. This could also be a nursing home. Somebody could have took that funds and gave it to a nursing home as well. I get $366,105. That's not accounted for. Or it's accounted for, but they got it under miscellaneous. Also another $33,000 or $6,000 or $33 $33,600 unaccounted for in a miscellaneous. Also 10 million, 10.5 million, 3.6, 9, 15 million. So anywhere between 3 and 15 million unaccounted for money. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Something about a female community, or this could have been somebody looking into a situation where they could see that somebody's going to be wanting immunity. Somebody going to get immunity. They don't have to give up a community, or community going to give up something for immunity. Somebody that could be blocking. This could be a lab technician, or someone could work in tech. Somebody could also see technology. Somebody could have cheated something in the system to make something where it was something was either that said negative was positive, or something was positive actually negative. Something about blood transfusion. Negative but positive, positive but negative. Or somebody trying to do some type of surgery towards somebody that didn't need a surgery. Or wanting to do that. Like they paying someone to like cause something. Somebody wanted to pay someone. Somebody pays 6.6 million, 6,000 or 600 or 66,000 to cause a death in a hospital during a surgery. They paid whoever this Navy person is either between 36,000 to keep quiet about some results, or not to deliver a message. Somebody had ties to the hospital or something like that, or somebody had ties to somebody that knew something about some results. Somebody who could be Air Force, Navy, Marines, or something like that, that could be physically stalking or blocking someone. Flowers, 3 flowers, 3 flowers. May, so May and June, but 3 flowers, 3 females, 3 different groups, 3 different ethnicities. A pastor, so somebody could be retired. One could have been retired, tied to the military. One could be tied to the hospital. Another one tied to either lawn services, environmentals, labs, a chemist, pest control. This mother figure or something that could also be playing into the factor of somebody could be a benefactor. So an insurance policy. I'm telling you, somebody's discovering an insurance policy. That's why you catch somebody. You always catch them on the first day of the week so they can do their research. Something came back quick to the motherfucker. Somebody will get some information in the next 25 to 28 hours about a policy or a benefactor. Somebody had 3 to 6 policies. Somebody also got proof of somebody else doing something in another country or the territories. Somebody's name could be Tori Lynn or Leonard. A Leonard. Someone could be contemplating unaliving themselves, because I'm getting somebody trying to wrap a rope around their neck. Somebody could actually try to set somebody up and don't realize that somebody's trying to set somebody up to do their own suicide, but they don't realize it, because it's like somebody could be into dominatrix. But it's like, shit, I got to get out of here before they even catch me one way or another. Because I'm hearing someone, don't do something yet, don't do it yet. Like, you know, I like it tight, pull it tight. Somebody could end up passing out in the shower or in the bathroom. Or somebody could be sitting down and they're going to be hearing stuff fall. Something about a mechanic. Somebody, mother figure, could have paid like a mechanic to mess with their car. or a grandparent. It could be a mother or a grandparent. Somebody's not nurturing. They're not like, if this is supposed to be a mother figure or somebody nurturing or a woman or something like that, they are not nurturing. But they were the ones that could have had people that they knew that did stuff with cars or fabricate something. This is like somebody having somebody make fake car plates or make IDs so they can get away. Somebody could be trying to get them like, shit, if you know how to do this, I'll give you, like somebody could have told them, I'll give you 9,000. I'll give you 9,000 right now if you can give me something so I can get away. This is also getting like somebody to come back in to try to like play like they're in love with somebody or they like them, or like this is like somebody that could have swerved. Like any person I ever dealt with, and I realized it was like shit going over every single person that I ever dealt with, they all fucking swerved me for somebody that they all thought were better than me or something like that. And then it's like, damn, I should have talked to her, I should have stayed around her. But it's just like you chose what you chose, but shit, be fucking happy over there. Like, but it's like something about Philadelphia. Don't go away till the water runs dry. Go thirsty when you let the water well go dry. But this is like somebody was like, shit, this was only supposed to be something to do. Because the social media or dating apps, they know more or less people that get on these dating apps don't have a lot of time in the day. They don't either have social skills, or it's just like they desperate, they lonely, they ready to go date, versus like, it's like natural to just go out and about and meet people. But these are like people that, I don't know, they're just habits. For somebody, something about an Aquarius, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody could be fraternal twin Aquariuses. Or this could be Aquarius rising. If you got Aquarius, Leo in certain places, North Node, South Node, you're meant to be a star. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be on a high platform. You're meant to be influential. So regardless of what someone's doing, it's going to happen, but it's going to require that they're going to expose. So like, say if you're meant to be influential, you're meant to soar or whatever, those people who are blocking you and how they're doing it, they're going to get exposed in the worst way. So meaning if they had bad habits, they had certain things that they do in secret, it will come to the light. So like right before it's time for you to take off, it's like these people will be exposed for the worst of the worst. This is like one of those situations they can get caught with their pants down type thing. Somebody gonna get caught messing with an underage girl or a boy or something like that. Or doing something to them. Somebody could be like 16, 15, 16. Somebody could probably been messing with somebody since they were like 14. For somebody, they've been messing with them since they were like 7 or 8. If not 12. Been there, done that. For somebody, your family, the relatives could know too. My situation, they knew about all this shit, but they took that situation and ran it into the internet like so fucking hard that these people, like any person that ever really dated me or came into me, they just fucking believed that shit versus saying, hey Rita, you know that this was on the internet about you. That's why I won't ever like really have any type of connection with a man ever again. Like, how is it that you know something that I should fucking know and then you decide not to tell me? It must be a man sitting here doing this shit right now. Like, we're trying to tell you, like, the hacking the phone, like that weird shit. I know that shit's about to go away. This could be a Cancer that's doing this. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Cancer. Somebody could be a gang member or an affiliate or some shit like that. You get somebody like I got your back, but goddamn, like shit, like nah, but you snaked the person. Like I don't like that shit, prolonged shit. Tell me the fuck now so I can figure out what it is. This could also be somebody military, veterans. Somebody could be shocked because it's like somebody could be feeling judged like a motherfucker. Like the one person that did give away the whole setup in the situation was Angel Espinosa. He gave that shit away so cold. It's like, yeah, I'm sitting here playing gaming or whatever. And he was like, yeah, you know how we can get on the black web? I was like, yeah, we used to do that shit when we were like in high school and shit. And when he showed me, I was like, this motherfucker do the black web. That right there was enough for me to know. Somebody, okay, so I'm also getting whoever this male is, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This could be their sun sign. They could be feeling judged or whatever because they don't want their secrets to come out because they feel like they're going to get picked on or some shit like that. They was approached by the military people or some veterans because they saying that they had some kind of underground thing going on, or a medical or clinical research going on. So this is why they participated in this bullshit. Whoever was one of the private investigators that went along with this shit had like, come on now. So we are monitoring someone's social media because your secrets is out. First of all, do I know you personally? Second of all, are we cool? Are we friends? I wouldn't give a shit. What you do in the bedroom ain't got shit to do with me. If you like to mess with fucking young girls, who doesn't fuck with young girls in the music industry? Don't worry, I'll wait. Every single last one of them motherfuckers. It is not one person in the music industry that has not messed with a person underage. Not one. Unless they were married and they came in the movie. I mean, unless you're Denzel Washington. I can say that's the only upstanding motherfucker right now. Ice Cube, he's upstanding. He kept his fucking, nose clean. Shit, Snoop Dogg, he was just happy to be himself. You know what I'm saying? He just had a wife that was just with the shit. You hear what I'm saying? He was just lucky. He was blessed. Shaq don't give a fuck. Shit, keep a bitch, you gone bitch the next day. Mark Anthony, he don't give a fuck. He make too much motherfucking money. Crack is whack, okay? Derek Jeter, he just want love. Shit, he be trying to put the motherfucking baseball players on. Be careful about this shit. Shit, Jennifer Lopez, she been keeping quiet for a long motherfucking time. She a little freaky ass a little bit. But she ain't faithful though. She just can't keep them on. Carry on. K. Michelle, her career is shit. So, I mean, I don't see the relevance in that. Summer Walker, poor thing. I mean, if she gonna ever wake up to it, like, why playing hoodoo and voodoo and you're not waking up to the traumas? Carry on. Either we're gonna be raw and honest, or we're gonna sit here and try to kiss motherfuckers' asses because what? They got some change? Cool. I'd rather have fucking spiritual fucking abundance than worry about what the fucking money is as long as I'm taking care of my motherfucking bills. That's all that fucking matters at the end of the day. I'm grateful for what little bit I got. Show gratitude. Everybody sitting here want to be seen and be worried about that. Like, no, let's talk about truth. Let's talk about the real shit right now. These are people that want to stop other people from shining. This is like, I love to see you shine, but long as you ain't outshining mine. That sound like the cracks of Mr. Perfect from Neo. I want to be perfect, but I keep running into dimes. It's hard to be faithful, but it's kind of hard when you ain't lying. It's kind of hard when you ain't lying. These be motherfuckers that don't know how to stand in truth. It's too difficult to do that. God forbid you stand in truth. We got to attack you and stop you by all means necessary. Because you speak the truth. You live in truth. You practice what the fuck you preach type shit. God forbid you practice what you preach. God forbid you practice what the fuck you preach. You're evil because you practice what you preach. Oh, bitch, I just bring the storm over here. Just don't come over here if you're not ready for the truth. Simple. It ain't about looks. It ain't about what you got in your pockets. It ain't even shit. It ain't even about how big your dick is. It's about the motion in the ocean half the fucking time. Can you do with it? If it's worth it, then let me work it. Put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It ain't about it being super big. It's about it's hidden. Can you do what you need to do? Ma'am, can your throat stretch? Can you go ahead and open up the 3 other motherfucking holes and understand? Like, let's be logical around here. And these will be people want to be illogical. Like, I want to keep my man, but you still want to go sleep with somebody else's man. That's trauma. That's called trauma. Shit, it's okay to look, but motherfucker, you don't know how to keep your hands to yourself? Hey, babe, I saw something good today. I know yours ain't sitting here liking like that, but can we talk about it? Hey, babe, I got a little urge today. Can we try something new? Shit, let's think about it. Let's contemplate. Let's put some rules and regulations on this shit. Y'all be acting like y'all scared to have those simple conversations, but yeah, y'all come after a person that's just, what, being themselves? There's a female cloaking herself in the man's energy, but not doing that. And this is a person that stole someone's baby or mad because it's like the person that they did. This is like calling in old gang members, police officers, political people, paying people change to go ahead and stop stuff, come up with ideas to do certain things to their health, or practitioners. This is even somebody doing work on like police officers that they sleep with or do things with or investigate, like that would look into them to stop them from bringing in the money. But yet trying to say somebody else is immature. These are adults. This is also like, you know, with Sheila, where she had that kid with somebody and took the kid and hid it. And it's like, wow, that's the only way I'm going to control him. And I'm going to get the DNA test so he know that the kid is his. And we just ain't going to say shit to her because we got this one. And then we took the other one to go over there. Like, we just only kept this one, but we hid that one. But we stood like it was a swap out. Because we heard about this, that we could get, you know, these things and we'll do these rituals to them. And she ain't going to know the difference. And this is like people that are so broke down and immature that want to keep causing blockage. This is 2 dudes causing a blockage. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Very emotional, very like impulsive. If a man can gather a bunch of fucking females to go after another female, tell me that you're not wanting to be a female. Are you confused about being, you know, in your male body? A Virgo, Capricorn towards Virgo, man. What's up with these 2 men? They're getting on my nerves. They're about to be hospitalized. Somebody's still shocked. Somebody's family could end up trying to do something to them. I've been there. This is like somebody gonna end up unaliving 3 to 5 people in the next. If they don't do something, they're gonna do that. I feel like they're gonna get away with at least 3 of them before. They had a hit list of at least 14 people, and they was about to put that shit in action. Something about a boat. Something about somebody trying to chop up a body up or some shit, decapitate a body. Somebody got a body hidden in a piano. Damn, this person way worse than what's his name, Jerry Diaper or whatever, Dimer or whatever the fuck his name is, or who was the serial unaliver that basically he liked to mutilate the bodies and then he will like leave certain treasures of them. He liked to use them as like a muse. But it's like not only that he use them for a muse, he'll take them shits, right? Say like once he get it, This person was like, they wanted to be like a surgeon before in their life or some shit like that. Like they wanted to be a doctor. Like this is given like on that Toy Story where the little boy would take his little sister's dolls and rip her heads off and shit like that. But this is like someone that will take the body. Like somebody could be into organ harvesting or whatever. They like to see like go to the, like this is a person that will go to the morgue just to go see the bodies. Like, oh no, I'm just here to look. Or they'll find out who died that day. Like this will be a person to find out who died that day and drive to the fucking morgue and be like, yeah, I'm just here to view the body. And be like, well, the family already came here earlier. Or they'll get there right before, or it'll be like, or they'll come right after the family. Like I'm getting like somebody walk in as if they're doing something, then they'll walk like quick pace behind them, like so the people would think that they were the family or some shit like that, and they'll go in to go see the bodies or whatever. And then like say if these are like Jane Does and shit like that before they do certain things, this is like somebody who got an agreement with like a particular morgue or a funeral home, and with they use this shit for rituals too. They got an agreement with them with these homes, and that they like decapitate the bodies, and if not, they'll keep like the bones, and they'll do a ritual. Someone will do rituals with them, and another person will take the body pieces and they how you call it? Not just Ziploc. They'll vacuum Ziploc the fucking body parts, so the smell don't come out of it. So they'll like deep freeze it for a little bit, or they got something where you can like deep freeze it to a point when you take it out, you're not going to smell it. Somebody does that shit. Also, this is like, I mean, China, I mean, anybody know in Asia, they love like baby parts. Especially kids under the age of 2, they like to utilize those in certain medicines. Because when kids are under the age of, is it 7 or 8? It's like either 7 or 8. And it's like, because the body is still growing, girls' bodies will start to change between 6 and 10. So with little girls, they're very picky with little girls, but boys, they can easily get it all the way up to like 8. I wouldn't say go past 8, because usually by the time they get to like past 8, the pre-ejaculation of the body is like more fermented, but when it's still young, they still utilize it for certain things, products. Like it's very sick and it's very sadistic. This is like dark, like it's deep, but it is actually occurring right now. It's a couple that like to do that to young kids, or they like to adopt them. And then they're used like, this is even a couple that will like get special needs kids. This is disgusting. It's a couple. Somebody need to find them motherfuckers ASAP. There needs to be a thorough fucking investigation in DCF and CPS fucking foster care. Because these will be motherfuckers that will take special needs kids. And I'm getting like the kids in wheelchairs and stuff like that. And I'm getting like these people like, they'll just do stuff they ain't got no business. Let me just say that. And it's happening right now. Somebody just did this a day ago to a little girl. For somebody, they could have just did this to a baby that was like 2 months old, or somebody put a video up of a 2-month-old. Somebody could be a tourist. Somebody has sick thoughts about that shit. There's a young girl that could have had a little boy, and they gave the baby away because it was like, I don't want to remember that. Like, this is like I didn't want no kids anyway. This is even like somebody that could have blackmailed somebody and told them, like, I'll tell my mom that I did this, and then they're going to believe me before they believe you. And this is like, nah, you did some shit that you had no business. Now to figure out where this fucking kid went. And then it's like, is there even a fucking factor to even prove it? Because whatever it is, it was like a movement amongst the system where they had an agreement where, with this being quiet, someone's aunt or something like that, or a relative or something like that, could have tried to pay for a hitman. I feel like they unalived this baby around tourist season. Or if not, they like aborted something like either right after birth or like around the time that it happened. You know, if I tell my parents that you were sleeping with me, they'll never talk to you again. It's like, what the fuck? But it's like, they paying this person to shut up, but to keep doing some hateful shit, and then them to go along with the M plot. Because I'm getting like, well, if they willing, because I'm getting somebody looking at observant like a child psychopath. Because I'm getting this kid don't feel no type of way about it either. Because I'm hearing somebody say, if they willing to do this shit, we can get them to do some other shit, like to take out the other kids, because the kids would trust them. Somebody could be a Cancer. Somebody will find out if they got a Cancer female or a friend or something like that. They could have been sleeping with 2 dudes in a married couple. For somebody, they could have been sleeping with, like, the mother. Somebody's been trying to keep this a secret, but it's something about somebody's name could be Harry. Also, a law firm. Somebody knows that they owe you a lot of money. Because I'm seeing somebody put in some information into the system, and I'm getting like somebody could have just randomly just sat there and was like, let me look this person up. And whatever it is, it's like somebody just sitting there like, it feel like they saw a fucking ghost, or see like them seeing the name on a computer screen. It's like, fuck. Because I'm getting like somebody could have been hoping to block something where some people were working together the next 6 days, 4 days, 6 days, 4 weeks. So this is going to happen less than 72 hours. Something about happy hour. Somebody told about somebody putting stuff in a drink. Or somebody saw it or finally admitted it. This is a situation where someone's like, nah, I'll bring my own bottle. Like, yeah, we drinking, but I'm getting somebody like, yeah, but I brought my own bottle though. It's like, girl, what you didn't have to do that. We got all this liquor here. And it's like somebody gonna end up having a party and all the liquor still be there, but other people, like the ones that know, they gonna bring their own bottles, the other ones gonna drink it. But the ones that's gonna drink it, they're not relevant to the situation. January, June, August, April. Something was supposed to happen August 3rd. This minister and this band person. Something either about funding is drying up or something is getting discovered. Okay, so whoever this minister is, or this all men group, or this band, or this female that's part of this band, or something like that, something is going to occur in the next 3 to 4 days, if not the next, within the next 3 days to a week. It's going to come to surface. Something's about it. It's going to be raining as well somewhere. There's going to be a fire, and there's going to be some rain or something like that. Be prepared. Somebody going to see somebody going to have a really bad injury. I'm getting like somebody is going to get into something where it's going to cut. Somebody going to end up cutting up both of their feet. So I'm getting like somebody going to be forced to sit down. A fingerprint. It's a fingerprint. December 18th. Some labs is coming in the next 3 weeks. Or have to be done. It's going to be done regardless. Because I'm hearing, I just got to know. Somebody's name could be Jasmine. Jasmine, Jazzy. Justin. It's coming to the surface. Somebody could also discover that somebody they was messing with or who they thought was they baby mama or some shit like that, and it's just like someone knows like they girls is theirs, but it's something about the boy, but it's like it's going to discover what somebody had been doing on the low. Because it's like, well, how would they know? Because I'm getting like somebody replaying a conversation in their head. It's like, shit, I'll jeopardize that shit. It ain't even worth it, because it's like getting the money with it. Because I feel like whoever this person is the reason why people would kick it with them. Because I feel like this person has more people that deal with them than the other person. But it's like, whoever this person is, they end up running into another person mutual, unbeknownst to this person. They was like, yeah, I'm getting somebody finna get picked on in the worst way. July 5th. Somebody got a recording of somebody on July 5th. 5th or 8th of July. 12th. 15th. Somebody got recordings of somebody coming out from somewhere or doing something. But then it's also somebody recorded them speaking on some type of situation. And then it's like they participation with what they did. Because I'm getting somebody telling somebody, that's dirty. That's dirty. You dirty. Then the argument of, you had a young ass bitch taking care of your kid. But I'm hearing somebody say, shit, at least my kids is taken care of. But shit, you gonna have that dirty bitch. And then it's like, I'm gonna get such and such. But it's like, nah, I'm hearing somebody say, I should have known then when that person was trying to help. Like, this is like somebody going ahead and have to flip somebody real quick. Somebody that this is like somebody getting flipped on. They thinking that whatever it is that they doing, this is like, you ever had a person sit there and tell everybody like, yeah, I'm stalking them, I be hacking them, I got my other bitches doing this, and I got this, and then it's like, yeah, but you end up going back to the city. This is like a motherfucker coming from Florida and they go up to like New York or Philly or some shit like that. And then they was talking all this shit. And then unbeknownst to them, it's like, say it was something they did a long time ago and motherfucker remember it. And then they end up seeing the motherfucker again, but they didn't remember another person. And they seen them doing that same shit again. But this time, I'm getting this person told them or whoever else is like, hey, I need you to do me a favor. I'll pay you. Somebody paid somebody like maybe like $200, $700 or whatever. It's like this group came up with this money, and I'm hearing somebody say, I bet you I could prove that this motherfucker ain't who they say they is, or they lying, or they doing some other dirty shit. Also, but I'm also getting like shit. Unbeknownst to them, this is also like them, these group of people already recorded themselves screwing whoever it is that they went back to. I feel like this person could have been leaving and they will go screw this person, and they recording that they screwing the person and hearing them talking about setting this person up. But then when they leave, it's like, I'm hearing them whisper to them like to cause confusion in their home. They done told little shawty like, yeah, but I'm hearing like, yeah, but I do that with them anyway. You know, that's my only way to keep them. And it's like, oh, so you know that they did that. But it's like, oh, okay, but they recorded the person saying that, but it's like the other 2 or 3 people that screwing this person, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This person was screwing about 5 fucking people at the same time. Okay. And whoever it is that they've been screwing or whatever, they went on ahead, because I'm getting like one of them for sure was like, look, that people ain't gonna believe me if they think I'm joking, because it's like such and such is really like this, like come on, cuz like I need to prove it. And whatever it is that they found out, whoever they was doing or creeping out of somebody's house, it's like, hey, I'll pay you such and such type of money. It's like, no, we together. It's like, how you together if they got a wife and they got this and this, or they got a baby mother, and it's like, well, sometimes we do, but it's like, they got a what? And I'm hearing somebody like, yeah, you want to help me? I give you some money. But I'm hearing like somebody else had brought their friends with them. It's like, what, y'all want something? It's like, no, ain't nothing like that. But this is what we need you to do. They was like, cool. But it's like, you got to text us every time you send this person come over or they text you. We need you to screenshot us and send us the evidence of how they talking to you. That was the first one. The second one was when they come again, they either came up and got the cameras. It's like, is you cool with it? It's like, shit, I did, because whoever this is, they probably already do like OnlyFans, Backpage, or whatever this shit is. It's like, shit, whatever, like how much money you getting? And it's like, shit, we'll promote it or whatever. Like they promote that shit, and then they got recordings of this person and whoever it is that they got the recording of. It's like, and I'm seeing like somebody either live streamed it, or it's like they figure out how to stream it, because I'm getting somebody texting somebody like, hey, they on their way or they over here or whatever. And it's like, we about to do what we do. And it's like somebody just sat there and live streaming. I'm hearing like the dudes like, oh, that motherfucker really like that. Like, oh. And then it's just like, I'm seeing somebody send another text, because I'm hearing somebody like, what you doing? Like, come on, like whatever. And then it's like, while they saying it, was like, see if you can get this motherfucker to admit that they fucking with such and such baby mama, or see if they know something about somebody else's kid or some shit like that. And then they got somebody to admit that shit. Whoever this gay person or transsexual, whoever somebody had been meeting up with, they got that motherfucker to admit that shit while they was fucking, but that person didn't know the cameras was in there. This person did not know them cameras was in there, and they done recorded this motherfucker up to 2 to 9 times. Whoever it is. This is even somebody even like, yeah, this is like somebody trying to play off them messing with one young person or something like that they was messing with somebody young, or they had like connected that person with somebody young, or they was fucking with somebody that was messing with like somebody child, like talking shit about it, and they got it on recording. And I'm getting somebody like, yeah, I'm getting like somebody waiting for somebody to say some stupid ass shit, because I'm getting somebody saying, what you say? All right, I don't know if they're gonna be sitting on a computer, or somebody just gonna end up like calling somebody And I'm seeing somebody either try to call somebody, video somebody. If not, if the person ain't gonna call, video, I'm feeling like somebody gonna pull up on somebody, because I'm getting like this motherfucker. I'm getting like somebody saying this nigga think I'm playing with him. Alright, this nigga think of somebody playing with him, because it's like somebody doing something they ain't got no business. But I'm also hearing, don't get high off your own supply. But you want to sit here, because I'm getting like, motherfucker, you ain't got a lie though. You ain't got a lie. But it's also like they not really, it's like they mad at this motherfucker, but they playing. But then it's like either they know somebody else that this person know as well. But then the biggest part of it is, it's like whoever else, the other person, like somebody is literally a bystander in the situation. But it's like, it's a sticky situation, but it goes deeper, because it's like somebody could have like known, another part of the situation. But I'm getting like somebody saying like, damn, I didn't know all that. Like they fam did all that shit. Like somebody, folks could have been like, they fam did all that shit too. Like what the fuck? Like whatever the fuck this is, somebody got somebody confess that shit. And it's just like, the worst thing that somebody know that they could ever fucking experience is hearing that shit from somebody else when they could have said it. And then whatever it is, it's like this person didn't ever say anything, and I'm just getting like this person just keep talking shit. But then it's like they could have confessed to like somebody else within the group that this person didn't know. Like I feel like they could have been like, let me put it like this: they was cool. This could have been somebody thought they was locked in, like that's base, that's my bestie, that's my ace boom coon or some shit like that. Not knowing like, yeah, we cool, but nigga, I ain't know you did some shit like that. Like, and then whatever the fuck it is, it's like somebody went on ahead and brought that motherfucking information to that person. And it's like, what the fuck? Like I'm telling you, I've been stumped out in front of my mom. All my grandma's dead, so ain't nobody praying for me. Because it's like somebody could have been like, shit, you had somebody praying for you, but you were praying on them. And then it's like you trying to do them some shit. Like, it's like you was trying to do them in like this. Like, somebody did not appreciate that. And then it's like you lying to me like this motherfucker's like this and they like that. And it's like somebody got pissed. But then it's like the pissed off part of it is like somebody finding out it ain't their kid, but it is somebody else's motherfucking kid. And it's like, I'm hearing somebody say, you dirty bitch. And then your little motherfucking roach ass friends doing this shit. And then it's like, I'm getting somebody even saying like, the roaches wasn't even they fucking fault. It was like and it's like somebody finally like running their mouth to tell this person about all that. But it's like, yeah, but that bitch still ain't worth it or whatever. But it's like, nah, how you gonna say they're not worth it when that person said, like, this is like somebody telling somebody straight up, they showed you respect, they gave you hospitality, they did all this shit, you traveled. Like, this is like somebody that knows that somebody was fitting everything for them to go do what it is that they do. But it's like you go out here and do them dirty like that, and then it's like, unbeknownst to this person, it's like they still trying to figure out, but how did you find all this shit? It's like, motherfucker, it ain't no motherfucking secret. This is like their own fucking crew going ahead and go digging into the situation. And it's like, how you gonna do somebody dirty like that and they wouldn't even do you like that? And then it's like, while they was sitting there watching, it's like they had their people watching, and it's like I'm hearing somebody say, stand down, don't do anything. But it's like, damn, this is who we watching. Like, I'm seeing like somebody change, formulate and shit like that. But it's like, they cool. But it's like, you lying. And then it's like, now somebody know, like, somebody lying. Because it's like, motherfucker, so you don't even like bitches. So you doing bitches like this because you gay, nigga? Like, somebody is fit to get confronted like that. Also, somebody could end up getting confronted, like, from their own folks or their family or some shit like that. Because I'm getting, like, somebody could be black or something like that. And I'm getting, like, somebody can't gonna be, like, straight up, like, motherfucker, you did that broad like that, nigga, you was doing this shit. Then it's also, like, because I'm getting somebody telling somebody straight up, like, you knew we had all this guns and shit on us and shit like that, and you doing some dumbass shit like this, and then you got broads and all these stupid ass, goofy ass bitches in it. Like, somebody fit to get talked to wet. And then it's like, this is one of those where they had the crew, and now all the crew is like this. It's like, imagine that you got to stand alone and ain't nobody helping you. But you want to be an enemy to the person that would have fucking drowned the shark about you. Somebody could be burning. Somebody got burnt intentionally because somebody went and got burnt. Like, damn, this is like somebody like, is this like a setup crew? Because somebody got somebody convinced. This is even somebody going out of state or something like that. Somebody could be a fire sign female that paid a hit for hire to an earth sign man. That they trying to stop somebody from leaving. And then this mother sign, water sign mother, and this other person, they could have been like working together. But they could have ties to military people or veterans or government workers. They could have brought earth sign in to distract the man. June or August, May. Somebody's name could be Mason or somebody could be a Mason. But this is like an ongoing game. Somebody could be very immature. I'm getting like somebody's situation where somebody folks have to look into a situation. It's like, damn, they own mama did that shit. Like I know in my situation the whole time it's been my mama and everybody else. That's why it's like I don't trip about a lot of shit because it's like if I start the trip, like motherfucker, I'll be crashing the fuck out right now. It's so much shit that done fucking happened. I should have fucking been crashed out. I should have been crashed out, but it's like, do I allow that situation to consume me, or I just, you know what I'm saying? Misery loves company. I don't want to be miserable. Shit, being locked up, you'll be miserable. And shit, why give them something to fucking amp up what it is that they already know what they did? It's not for me to sit there and just feed into the bullshit, because all that's doing is feeding in worse into an illness. That's an illness. I wouldn't dare sit there and sleep behind my own fucking relatives, let alone somebody that they love. I wouldn't be paying nobody just to hurt them, just to see them hurt. I wouldn't go out my way to do that stuff. It's not worth it. At all. It's not worth it. And then it's like, why hurt somebody when you already know, like you sit there, shit, that's like watching, you know, your aunties and your mama and them, or, you know, shit, even your parents or your fathers or grandparents and shit like that, or uncles. It's like, shit, they got mistreated, you know, papa wasn't the greatest, or, you know, shit, or they did the best that they could, and you gotta sit there and watch them go through this shit. Like, why keep adding to this shit? Why add to it with a lie? Why add to it to add, you know, make sure that they hurt or take away their relationships? Like, it's not even fucking necessary. This is like people dealing with internal traumas, and versus just like find that fucking safe space. Find that person that will give you the safe space for you to be you, to breathe, so you don't feel like somebody gonna steal from me, somebody gonna hurt me, somebody gonna let me down. Like, shit, I already feel like I let my girls down when I was supposed to be there. Like, I missed every fucking valuable moment of seeing my baby girl having her kindergarten moment, her going to fucking first grade, you know, baby James, like shit, he would have been like going to third grade just to see him fucking grow. Like, see him, you know, my daughter get ready to go for like homecoming and prom and all this other shit. I missed out on every fucking valuable fucking moment that my kids can have due to other people's bullshit. Yes, I should be very angry about that, but it's just like, shit happens. Shit happens. I miss every like valuable moment. Like, I'm not in the military no more or anything like that. So that's not like taking up mass majority of the time. And even then, when I was in the military, I didn't get in relationships due to the simple fact because I wanted that time to be for my kids. It was already bad enough that it was in a single parent home. So why give up what time that I did have for them to go give and to be concerned about a relationship when I could focus on making sure that I could get money right, everything that they need, and just make sure that their needs is met for, because I'm already lacking in one department where there's no male figure. So now I have to be the mom and the pappy at the same time and do the best with what I could. And me doing the best made other people pissed off. So with them being pissed off, we want to hurt her. We want to poison her. We want her to have like no chance and opportunity that when she do get in a relationship that it don't work out. she do have friendships. We don't want people to be her friend for long. Like, shit happens. But it was just like, I expected, like, they didn't disappoint. There was no disappointment to know that when it came to my so-called relatives, that this is what they do. That's what they do. That is just what they do. They're very good at it. They're great at hiding it for as long as they can until people figure it out, and then they fall out. If they don't fall out, they unalive them or get them locked up. It's only goes those two ways. They either unalive them or get them locked up. And then before they do that, they do some ornery shit. If it was money that they had, they'll take the money. If it wasn't taking the money, they will sleep with whoever it was that they felt that they had more love for. Like, that's no secret when it comes to my folks. If not, they will be so fucking ornery, they'll go get STDs and all that shit and go lay up with these people just to make sure that to spite people. So, like, to see the lowest of the low that you could ever fucking see and experience, and I made it my vow since I was a little girl, I did not want to live like that. I did not feel comfortable with asking anybody, let alone, because I didn't ever have anybody to even ask, let alone to just help me read a fucking book or do homework or the simplest shit that you could think of, let alone like fully comprehend what's going on with menstruation, reproduction, all that. I learned that shit. So why would I add more to that? Oh, they look like they're too happy. They look like they're fit to go shine. Let them shine. But God forbid you do that. We're going to do our best to make sure that any person that want to be in a relationship with you, they ain't going to be with you for too long. We're going to make sure that don't nobody really want to kick it with her, be friends with her. We're going to make sure we make up every fucking worst thing possible about her that we did to this girl. We essayed her. We molested her. We touched on her. We did it to her kids. We made sure her kids did that to her because my mom, oh, you remember when you were 12 years old and you did this to me? But did you forget that you actually slapped me in my fucking face? And versus just telling me, Sharita, like, I need you to sit down and I'm trying to get your attention, but I couldn't articulate what I needed to say, so you would just beat on me. So instead of just sitting there having a conversation with you, I randomly just had to live my fucking life. I see you, you see me. Meaning we didn't say hi. There was no good mornings. There was no hugs. There was no I love yous. There's really no celebrating my birthday. I can only remember celebrating my birthday only twice as a little kid. But I was dressed up nice. I had every fucking shoe you could think of in the world. However, there's certain shit that comes up behind that, you know? But I don't complain about it. Like, shit happens. So that's why when getting mad about somebody doing it, it's like, well, we live in a corrupt world with a corrupt system that, hey, she's what we're doing. You sure? I sat right there and watched my grandma serve up a commissioner for the money so she can get some crack. And to tell her exactly what she needs to say in the courtroom before they got ready to arrest her and things like that. Like, it's a lot of shit that you're doing. Oh, are we talking about Crips, Vice Lords, GD? Like, which one are we talking about? GDs, Bloods, which ones? I can tell you how that shit work. Are we doing rituals? Which ritual are we doing? Are we doing the Gullah Geechee? Are we doing the African rituals? Are we doing the Haitian rituals? Are we doing the Spanish ones? Are we doing, Viking ones for what the white people do type things? Are we doing blood rituals? Are we doing kid rituals? Which ones are we doing? None of that shit is a secret. At least not to me. But I gotta also remember, my common sense is not the next person's common sense. What I know is not the next person's not gonna know. To another person, they'd be like, that's sick. That's very, very dark. Maybe it is. To me, it's not. It's my normal day. But you also have, that's where I learned a long time ago, your normal is not going to be the next person's normal. That's why you don't ever judge someone, because your normal is not going to be the next person's normal. To some people, it's normal for them to fucking lie. Some people, it's normal for them to steal. It's normal for people to unalive a person and act like it never happened. It's normal for some of these people to, a mother to be touching on their sons. It's normal. However, who am I to stop them from what they're doing? Because Apparently, somebody may have spoke up before, or maybe they're just used to not speaking up because it's a normal thing for them to do. Some people struggle with that aspect that it's normal. Somebody was like, no, it's not. Okay, it may not be, but it's normal. Who are you to stop what's normal for somebody else to do? It's normal for certain things that go on in companies and corporations that you don't know about. Based off of what the sign or the insignia of, or what the job has, or a job title. Shit, even down to the signals of what it is for stock markets, real estate, you name it. I can tell you whatever type of crime that they into. All the way down to the owner, by state, countries. Everyone's insignia has a meaning to it. There's no sole purpose without an insignia, without its color, without its initiation, about how many numbers that they can keep in there. It ain't a job cut if it's not about the numbers game. That means that you don't get the Fibonacci sequence. That means you don't get the numbers game. You don't play by the numbers. And it's not about gambling necessarily, because some people are like, isn't that gambling? Necessarily, but not necessarily. Certain companies and corporations, perpetrators and things like that, or entities, they have to go by particular numbers in order to keep the balance. Some need 72, others need 2072. How many does it take for you to run to have a war? So I'm going to leave that there, because now we're running into another portal of a situation of esoteric, and it seems like I have some Shriners and level 4s in here. And somebody was like, what is a level 4? I have a level 4 person that's in here. Somebody is on their 3rd degree. And of course, when you get into 2nd and 3rd degree, whenever you just enter masonry, you know what that means. You need a life.